Welcome back to the channel, my people. Today we're doing something cool. Following up on the last video, we're gonna be installing the new short shifter. I almost just stabbed myself in the eye. We're gonna be installing the new short shifter from my buddy Trey. He sent this in. I went ahead and repainted it, re-greased it, got it ready for this install. And today we're gonna be getting rid of this shifter. One issue I have with this thing, it's definitely short. It's a custom short shifter made out of an OEM one, but as you can tell, the shift knob just slides right off because there's absolutely no threading on here. The person who made this modification basically just chopped off where the welds ended and called it a short shifter by sliding this thing right on there. This is even the same shift knob the guy had on there before. Now I'm excited because my entire driveway is ice. That's not why I'm excited, but I am excited because we have a new shifter with threads on it, and I have something coming for the shift knob. I'm really excited for that video, but today I'm gonna show you guys how to install the 3rd gen shifter, and I'm also gonna take out the grease and grease up the cables on both the shifter side as well as the side that's in the engine, and probably replace the cotter pins as well. So that's the plan, guys. Let's go ahead and grab the new shifter and just get started. Real quick before we install the new shifter with this beautiful threading on it. Oh, it's so smooth too. If you guys missed the last video, I went ahead and re-greased and took apart this entire thing. So if you're interested in seeing how to do that, I'll put a little card up here to that video. But before we install that, we're gonna go ahead and take a microfiber. I already have a sticker on my quarter panel on the other side, so I think it's only right if we put one kind of in the same fashion on this side. Oh yeah, this should fit the Prelude just nicely with the black and the gold accents. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and slap this on. For starters, we're gonna go ahead and move a couple things around, starting with the steering wheel. Oh, if I can, this is one-handed. Last time I blasted the camera, so I'm gonna try not to do that again. Oh, I still blasted the camera, it's fine. You can also just yank that off right there, set that aside. And next, what I need to do is grab a Phillips head, and there's like 6 Phillips around this entire center console. And now you can see we're left with just the shifter and the remaining 4 bolts that hold it in, as well as we have to take off these cables which are held in by cotter pins on either side there. I can't really get my flathead to where I need it to be to pull those clamps up, so I think I'm actually gonna remove this real quick. It's not really too hard. It's another bunch of Phillips heads around the outside. So that should give me more access to honestly just making this job happen a lot faster. Cotter pins taken out. Just make sure you make note of the washers on the shifter cables. There's a few on either side, so make sure when you take them off that you know what orientation they go back in on. Everything's been taken out. We can see that this little seal from the manual swap that I put in is actually holding up really nice, not letting in any moisture, so that's good. And we've got the old shifter out, so we're ready to put in the new one. As far as size goes, I think this one's definitely a little bit taller, maybe by about 1 inch. So that looks pretty good. I'm excited to put this one in, especially now that I've taken the time to grease it up. You can definitely tell that this one is looking a little bunk. So we're gonna put this one in the same way we took the other one out. Should be pretty easy, and then we can take the Prelude for a spin and see how it does. The last thing I need to do is just take some grease and grease up these areas here where the shift cable moves, and that should be everything for the inside of the car. I'm gonna go ahead and put that panel back on, and we can, I guess for now, because this shift knob doesn't actually have any threading anymore, I guess they also ripped that out. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some like duct tape or something around the top of this just to get this thing to seat on there for now until we get the new shift knob. With a little help from some 3M tape, got the shift knob to stick on there pretty nice and protect the threads for now. I'm gonna go ahead and need to make a new shift boot because this one's gonna be, well, I guess I could Well, the problem is when I shift, it's gonna be pulled too tight. So the other one was really honestly perfectly fit to the other shifter. So I'll just make a new one. I'm thinking I'll use the same suede as I did on the headliner. That would look pretty good. And I'm excited to go test this out. I can definitely tell it's taller. Fifth gear feels a little sticky, but I might just need to get used to it. Reverse, it's about the same. Everything else feels good. Coming into the engine side, we're gonna go ahead and come over here to the transmission. And as you can see, one shift cable is right there. Same deal, I'm just gonna try and grease this as best as I can. It is definitely dry, so that's probably why my shifting's been not so smooth. And the other one is a little bit further down below, probably hard to see, so you'll just have to kind of reach your hand down there to get to the second one. All that's left to do is go out for a quick test drive, see how the new shifter feels, and grab a thumbnail. New shifter feels pretty good. All the gears select fine. Even though right now I'm just gonna get it into fourth. Everything does feel fine. No different really than last time, except for that I have a little bit more grab, if that makes sense, up top on the gears. So I can feel that extra half an inch or inch of whatever you want to call it, shifter. And once we get the new shift knob on, it should be even more different. So stay tuned for that video. I should have that uploaded by early next week, I'm hoping. So keep your fingers crossed on that shift knob, and stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Comments down below if you had any suggestions, anything you would have done differently. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Keep elevating. Peace out.